I am at the largest house in town, everybody. What are we doing here? It is, hold on, it's 9:10 in the morning, and I just have to do my receipts. What I mean by that, a lot of people, when they get their receipts from anywhere on the planet, they don't even get the receipts a lot of the time. Well, I follow Mr. Fry's lead. Maybe he would have done things differently. This is my late husband. Maybe he would have done things differently, but I don't think so. He was very, very careful about his money. And let me tell you something. Oh my gosh. Isn't this funny? Look what just happened. All right, so I have a fortune cookie. I don't believe in fortunes, but I do appreciate nice sayings when you get them out of the fortune cookie. And I had it in my door handle there, and it just blew this way. Let's see what it says. Some men dream of fortunes, others dream of cookies. I love that. That's why I have it there. Yeah, that's Mr. Fry for sure. We used to call him the Cookie Monster. Yes, so oftentimes I have caught, I'd be like, wait a minute, what's that? There was a charge. So I always take all my receipts, and sometimes I don't collect them because, maybe that person at that store doesn't, to write it out and like, forget it. I'll just look at it online, but I always go through everything like a hawk. And I do catch mistakes on other people's end. So what else? So I have not done it in a couple of weeks, and I just feel really overwhelmed about the thought of approaching it. And when it comes to money and things like that, I got all my ducks in a row. I was just telling my friend Kathy. Hi Kathy, in case you're watching. I've been spending money and not even looking at my receipts, and I'm just I spend money very carefully, but I have all my ducks in a row is what I was going to say. So much so that I am so ever nervous about ever letting it unravel and fall apart, which we don't want happening. So sitting at the table or at my desk or even at the hospital, because today I got to go to the hospital for Sarah, please pray for her. She doesn't have any strength in her legs. One of her legs is hurting really bad. Like an old rickety person, she's undergoing cancer treatments, just to let you know. Okay, with this said, I know this might sound ridiculous, but I am going into the church. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And I am going to do my receipts, yes, in church before the tabernacle. I know. Sounds crazy, but I asked him already if I could do that. I already did my 20-minute workout to Yes to Next on YouTube. Check it out. And I went for an hour walk. Yeah. Yes, being strong, because I think it's helping me mentally too, for sure. I think that's what's going on here. Okay, and then off to the hospital. Do you know that yesterday I got my car inspected, and he said that he rejected me? I was like, I said, what? Yeah, I need new tires. Is that ridiculous? Okay, well, the Lord knows what I need. So let's go inside. I got my handy dandy veil. I love my veil. So this is a church that we no longer go to, but I hope the doors are open, man. I just hope the doors are open, because I love going to sit in front of the tabernacle here. Oh, if I could just sleep there and with my sleeping bag overnight, and then wake up in the morning and just see the tabernacle there. Oh my gosh. Oh, please. I bet it's not going to be open. Is it? Please. Oh my goodness gracious. So this is the tabernacle. It's so beautiful. And I did all my receipts here at this church. And I thank the Lord for giving me courage. It's just this month I was really nervous and I needed to sit in his actual presence. Like, yes, God is everywhere, but he's only here in the actual flesh. So the Catholic Church is the only faith on the planet Earth that has Jesus in the body, blood, soul, and divinity. And sometimes, not all, only sometimes, but all the time, I want to be with him, but it's not always possible because we have to live our lives. But to come and visit, come and sit with Jesus. Like, how fun is that? And so I thank God that I came here today, that he was there for me. I needed his presence. I needed to sit here to do my receipts with him, my banking. So if you want to say any prayers right now, please do. If you're standing, you can bow. You can bless yourself with a sign of the cross, as Catholics do. And I'll leave you alone now. If you are an unbeliever in what I just said, you can do like my father. When I became a Protestant for 10 years, towards that end of the 10 years, my father said to me, why don't you go and, I think it was at the end, maybe it was in the middle of me being Protestant, my earthly father brought me to a church when it was quiet, and he said, I want you to kneel here, not at this church, another church, and ask if he is, is he there? Where is he? So I did, and he left me alone in front of the tabernacle, and I felt really awkward doing that, and I asked God where he was, and he answered me. He said, go and make amends with your father. I didn't know what that meant until years later when I was being called home to the church, and I was having a discussion with my father over the phone, and I brought that up to him, and he said, okay, we'll do it. And I said, what do you mean? And he said, obey your father. And that was that he wanted me to come home to the church that Christ had established 2,000 years ago. So I got it. It took me that long to figure it out. So if you're an unbeliever, you can ask the Lord, where is he right here? This candle means that he is in there. We love you, God. Amen. I love you, God. I love you, Lord. I'm telling you. I just found a really beautiful prayer from St. Augustine. I'll read it to you in the car. It's exactly what I've been saying, what I said yesterday in one of my videos. We love you, God. Oh, I love that saying. I didn't even realize it said that. Oh my gosh, it's one of my very favorite sayings, and it's so true. It's like, no matter how much this life offers such goodness, our heart is restless until it rests in thee. Oh my gosh, so true. Okay. Now listen, right? So I made a video yesterday in my, and so I was saying this very thing. Late have I loved you, O beauty so ancient and so new. Too late have I loved you. This is St. Augustine talking to God. Oh, I could cry because his mother prayed for him for 30 years and he was often doing no good. And now look at, he's a saint. You were within me. Oh, I can't even read this. Oh, it's so beautiful. You were within me while I had gone outside to seek you. Oh my gosh, it's so true. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. In my unloveliness, I fell heedlessly upon all those lovely things you had made. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry to be so silly right now, but it's very true. Always you were with me, but I was not with you. Created things kept me far from you. Yet, if they had not been in you, they would not have been at all. That is so true. It's awesome how the Lord just, he could put this very thought and prayer inside of our hearts that he once did for some other saint. Oh, because we are all called to be saints. You called, you shouted, you broke open my deafness. Yes. Oh my gosh. You blazed, you gleamed, you banished my blindness. Wow. Oh, this is so good. You lavished your fragrance. I gasped, and now I long for you. I tasted you, and now I hunger and thirst. You touched me, and now I burn with desire for your peace. Oh my gosh, I am such a mess right now in all a good way. Oh my gosh, that was just exactly right. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So good, it's so right, it's so true. Oh my gosh, so true. You know, my father used to always say to me, God rest his beautiful, beautiful saintly soul. He used to say, Lisa, God is punishing you. When I was a Protestant, and I couldn't understand because I was like, what do you mean? Like, I love Jesus. What are you talking about? How can I be punished if I love God? And, you know, he was trying to communicate to me how important it was to finish the process by coming home. And he'd always say, well, you know, God is punishing you. For years he said that to me. And I said to him, if God is blinding me, because he used to say that God was blinding me, he'd say, God is blinding you, he's punishing you. And so I was like, after a while, I was like, okay, well, if God is blinding me, why are you trying to make me see? And he was like, you know what? You're right. And so he stopped. And then he used to put up the, he used to put up this, like the sign of the cross, you know, like if you were to see a vampire, I can't do it with my other hand, you know, you go like that, you put the other finger across, and he'd hold up like that to me every time I went to go give him a hug when I was Protestant, only to give me enough sting, if you will, and it worked, it did, and he didn't even go to my wedding. He went to my real wedding when I got the sacrament of matrimony. holy matrimony. God rest him. So he's just so great. My father he was a king. I actually made him. I wish I had it. I don't know where it is now, but it was a crown. I made him a crown. It was beautiful for Father's Day one year. But this card is my very being right now in my life, and I'm just so incredibly grateful for God. Because, you know, I don't know about you, I can't imagine everything going hunky-dory if you don't live a holy life. All right, we're back home. Got my cheese sandwich. I had to go from the church. Peter was calling. So now we're going to go to the hospital, check out my Sarah's legs. They're not working so good. Well, they are, but they hurt. Okay, gotta go. Here we go loop-de-loo, here we go loop-de-loy, here we go loop-de-loo, all on a Saturday night, except it's not really Saturday. Thank you very much. Well, this was a miracle. Like, this is only the second floor. Like, what? I found a spot and I grabbed it. My fish friend is gone. This is the refrigerator at the hospital. Okay, this is what they're feeding people. Not good. Not good. We want to heal. Okay, can we do that? This, on the other hand, does help to heal. Oh yeah.